County commissioners are calling in a facilitator to talk about safety protocols after a man with a long history of threatening staff members said he's going to show up to attend public comment earlier this month.
This is causing a lot of tension between commissioners. Commissioner David Lovall is facing accusations that he encouraged that man to show up at a meeting. The decision was made to hold the April 2nd meeting virtually after they learned he may show up. Now, instead, the man, Hamid Hijazi, sent this letter. Some of the commissioners are upset that Commissioner Lovall responded to an email telling Hijazi he had the right to voice his concerns about a specific county employee during public comment, but didn't notify them. County officials say that Hijazi has been sending threats for more than a year. Commissioner Heather Buck proposed that they meet at a later date to talk about it, which is what they did last week. Buck says Lovall did not notify the employee or consider the employee's safety. Buck says the communication was unbecoming of a commissioner, and the incident has created a toxic culture and made staff feel unsafe. And she says this is not an isolated incident.
This is surrounded by a context of Commissioner Lovall having a great deal of animosity toward our county council, also known to or suspected to carry a firearm in the county against county policy, creating not only a psychological threat to our staff, but us ourselves as commissioner, including myself and residents in the public.
A board chair, Lori Triger, says the man who wrote the letter has been targeting the council and trying to fan the flames of a directive that an employee lose their job.
This is about a specific incident that caused a great deal of stress and anxiety for the targeted staff member, for her staff, many of whom have now opted to work off-site for the time being, for others in this organization, in this community, law enforcement, judicial officials, other staff in other departments who've interacted with this individual, who in your email response to him makes clear you have been reading the tone and tenor of the kinds of threats he has sent over more than a year. So there's clearly more to talk about here.
Lovall says that he responded to the man's request to share information like he does with anyone who contacts him. He tells them they need to sign in and they have 3 minutes to voice their opinion. Lovall says he had no way of knowing the man was a threat.
We weren't given a briefing on threats, people, past instances. We were not given a meeting about people we should watch out for, email threads that are particularly violating people's rights or instilling fear. We were not given any of this kind of briefing. So the feeling that we should have known, how should we have known is the thing.
Lovall says he thinks commissioners should get public safety briefings and should be made aware if somebody poses a threat. Now, Commissioner Pat Farr says they have to find a way to work together as a team so they can focus on the work that needs to be done.
And if we do respect each other as people and elected leaders, and we do earn and strengthen trust and build relationships and get to know each other, adhere to our words and be accountable and act consistently, if we do all of these things, we've got the best bet, the best opportunity to resolve the issues that we all know are in front of us.
All right, several commissioners talked about moving forward, working together, and holding each other accountable. They've agreed to bring in a facilitator to help. Now, in Oregon, there have been 14 criminal cases against Hijazi, with charges ranging from misdemeanor telephonic harassment and stalking to felony third-degree assault and unlawful use of a vehicle.
His most recent was in February of this year. He's facing charges of menacing, disorderly conduct, third-degree criminal mischief, and second-degree criminal trespass. His trial is scheduled for May 15th. And there are 51 civil cases, mostly lawsuits involving Hijazi. He filed most of them against everyone from the city of Eugene to the state of Oregon, state police, and the Oregon Health Authority. In November of 2020, he sued the jail for $10,000. He says he pronounced the deputy's name in the common French pronunciation and was told it was disrespectful. He says it caused him pain, suffering, and damages to his dignity and standing and reputation as an inmate and infringed on his language freedoms.